I welcome you once again. I'm keeping on sharing. So if you see me not posting these videos, it's not that because I don't want to share with you guys. I want to share, but um, I have to find free Wi-Fi so that I can post some of these videos. So when I get free Wi-Fi, that's when I can post the videos. That's unfortunate, but I'm going to share with you the other one. uh, it was on the 5th of May. I saw three dreams, three raptured dreams in one night. That night was it was horrible to me. It was not a nice one, but I'm going to share with you the dream that I've seen. I was sleeping, then I saw myself in the church. It was not our church, it was another church, but the pastor was preaching, and I don't know the pastor. He was preaching, and the church was fully packed, and people were raptured whilst the pastor was preaching. It was unfortunate that few people were taken, few, very handful, were taken in the church. The more kids were taken, all the kids were taken, so there were more than the people who were raptured in the church. And the church could not see that people were raptured because the number that had gone was too small. Was too small. And amongst those people who were raptured, I was raptured, but I don't know what happened, that I was lifted. Then when I was lifted, I reached the roof. When I reached the roof, instead of going up with others, I started going to the pulpit. Like I was sleeping, then I was flying to the pulpit. It was like a push. I was being pushed to the pulpit. Then as I was there by the pulpit, I asked me, I was disappointed. I was angry. I was very angry, saying, why was I not taken? Since at least he lifted me, why didn't he take me? So I was so disappointed, and I was scared also that now I'm left with others. Others were raptured. And I saw the Lord was behind me. I saw the Lord was behind me. He was speaking with me. Then I heard his voice. Then I heard him. Normally, even when he speaks, I can hear he's the one who's talking. Or when I see him, sometimes I hear with the voice that he's the one. Even if I'm seeing him, I can see this, he's the one. He comes in different forms. I will explain that one. He comes to me in different forms. So that one, he was behind me and he started speaking. Then I noticed it was him. Then he said, do you know, did you see the people who were taken? And um, did you see the number of people who were taken? Then I said yes, because the church was still full. And he said, instead of people being taken, all of them, few of them are taken by this rapture. And he said he started walking up and down in the church. He started walking up and down in the church. And I could not say anything. I was still standing by the pulpit. The pastor was still busy preaching because he was not seeing anything. He was still preaching. He came back and he said, pastors are preaching what they want, not what I want. They are preaching what they want. They can't see that there is no more time. Rapture is just around the corner. They can't see it, but they are busy preaching what they want. My children, they do not know about rapture. They do not even understand about tribulation. They don't even understand about the millennium reign. But the pastors are busy preaching what they want. So he was so disappointed. He was disappointed. And he said, teach my children about rapture. Teach them about tribulation. It became hard for me because the pastor was there. He was preaching. And the Lord is saying, I must teach. I must teach the church about rapture and tribulation. And me, I don't have full knowledge of the rapture and tribulation. He's just showing me some of the things. Yes, I have an idea. I read the Bible, I try to study, but I can't say I know more. But I can explain maybe to one or two people who are spiritually mature, younger like me. I'm young spiritually. I can explain to them one or two things they can understand. So he said, teach my children. Then I started telling them that the Lord is here. You cannot see him, but I can see him. And he's talking about rapture. Did you see that people were raptured? That's when people look around, they say, ah, this one is not here, this one is not here. Then I said, did you see that the children are gone? They checked, the children were all gone. That's when they woke up and said, oh, people are gone. And then they started asking. Some of them were asking in the sense of mocking me. Some of them were they were willing to understand what exactly rapture is. So I started explaining to them, and some were asking questions, and some of it with also the way I understand it, that's when I was explaining to them. They were asking, so it means the Bible is contradicting itself when it says that woe to the pregnant women, woe to those who are breastfeeding. Then I said, because the children are already taken, so there's no one who's breastfeeding here. Then I explained to them that, do you know that the children are raptured, but there's 7 years that is to come. So 3.5 years will be at peace. The 3.5 years other one, it will be the tribulation. So the 3.5 years that we are going to be here, others are going to be pregnant and they are going to give birth. So that's when the Bible is saying, woe to those ones who are breastfeeding. So that's how I understand it. No, that's what is written in the Bible. So I started explaining to them. Some of them, they understood. Then I woke up. I slept again. And I didn't pray, but I just thank God that at least it's not rapture, it's a dream. I didn't pray. I just take a while. Then after that, sleep caught me again. Then it continued. But now I was in a different church. I was somewhere in the American, I don't know, it was America somewhere. It was black, and it was I was seeing African Americans who were in the church. And I climbed also, and I entered, and I went to sit at the back as they were the pastor was preaching and was doing whatever he was doing. I was at the back, and he sat beside me. The Lord sat beside me, and he said, teach my children about rapture and tribulation. I said, the pastor is preaching. He said, teach my children about rapture and tribulation. Then I wanted to go out to just avoid that. I wanted to go out of the church. And as I stood up going out, he just lifted his hand and I fell down. As I fell down, people started coming, are you okay? Are you okay? Then I said, I'm okay. I couldn't explain to them what exactly is happening. I sat down and I wanted to go out again. He did the same to me. I fell down. That's when I noticed that this one, I cannot conquer it. And I woke up. Then I thought, this war, I can't conquer it. Then I started telling them that the Lord is in this house. He's sitting here. He's telling me to teach you about rapture and tribulation. And I started teaching them about rapture and tribulation. What the little that I know, I started explaining to them. So as children of God, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. The other one, I'm not going to go there because it's a longer one. People were raptured and I was left, and it was unfortunate. So I'm going to just end here, but I'm just encouraging you guys that, guys, let us hold unto Christ. Let us hold unto Christ. Let us believe God that each and every time, whatever that we are facing, I know people, we are praying for blessings. We are praying for cars. We are praying for houses. We are praying for our children. But as we are pursuing those things, let us remain in Christ. Let us know each and every day that rapture can come before we get those blessings. Rapture can come before I get that car or that house or that job that I'm praying for. So am I in the right place with God? Am I in the right way in the Lord? Or am I standing in God? When rapture comes, am I going to be taken or I'm going to be left? This is my prayer today, that God, may we remain in Christ. When he comes, we will be raptured. We will not be left out. May the Lord bless you. Thank you so much.